Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are, but right now it's time for more insight. This is insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I'm your host, Chris Moore. Today with me, I have a special guest in the building. Some folks, they gonna chase relevance. But Alex Thomas, he's been living in relevance for 30 years, y'all. From Def Comedy Jam to the Jamie Foxx show, from blockbuster movies to writing jokes. He's touched every corner of entertainment, but now he's showing us a new chapter. It's a love for golf, a love that I share with him. Um, and it's interesting how he got into golf, but there's also a brand that he has created. South Central Country Club. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you lock in. Make sure. Hey, you see the
What
shirt?
does that read? What does that read?
Black Golf Excellence. LA Black Golf
Come on, man.
Excellence.
But it was clever the way we did the design, but it's Black Golf Excellence wherever you are worldwide because there's more African Americans playing the game, you know, all over the globe. You know what I mean? And me being a stand-up comic for over 35 years and pretty much performing, I mean, from Maine to Spain, from Alaska to Nebraska, from the Big
Man,
Apple to the Pineapple. That's from Hawaii to New York to Jerusalem. Hey, there's people that love the game, and I'm just trying to push it forward because, as we know, golf was never a sport that had to do with us. There's been some great brothers that play the game over the years, but the majority of the world, pretty much, they just know Tiger Woods. And shout out to Tiger. I'm a product of that black man playing this game, and now I
exactly.
love it. But it was great brothers that came before him, you know, like Charlie Sifford and Calvin Pete, Lee Elder. I can keep going. John Shippen. I really know my golf history. That's a whole. I could go 40 minutes just on that. But yeah, South Central Country Club is universal. Even though that's where I'm from, born and raised, I was just trying to speak it into existence. The question I get the most is South Central Country Club. I've never played there. How much is it to be a member? I'm like, well, I've never played there either. I just I'm speaking it into existence because there is no
Look,
country
it
club.
exists in your mind, Ray. It exists in your
Absolutely,
mind. Like Ray's boom boom
absolutely.
room.
I'm an example of not everything and everybody that came out of South Central Country Club. I mean, out of South Central Los Angeles is negative. You know, a lot of times, you know, in the hip hop generation, at least when you say South Central Country or South Central, you think, you know, NWA, you know, gangsters, Crips, Bloods, gangbanging, cocaine deal. Yeah, that happened. And yeah, that was my generation. But I didn't go down that path. And I'm not knocking any brothers that had to go that route. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I didn't touch a club till I was 30 years old. You know what I mean?
Same.
The point is, it's almost like what did Tupac talk about when he talked about a rose growing out of the concrete? It's like I'm speaking it into existence. I don't know who's listening, who's watching, but there might be a brother that'd be like, "Yo, man, you know, I never touched a golf club in my life, but man, that dude makes it look fly. That dude makes it look fresh. I heard the deals go down on golf course. I thought only rich white people play golf. No, we playing this game now also, and that's why when I came, this is just one of our designs at South Central Country Club, and it just happens to be Black Golf Excellence. Feel me?
and let and you said so many great things in there. One thing I wanted to pull out is your logo. I know it's a gold tee and it's a gold ball. Can you talk
Gold
about the
ball and a gold tee.
significance of that logo?
So basically, that's our how would I say my mission statement. And the golf, the gold ball, and the gold tee represents the rich heritage of African Americans in the sport of golf. You know, a lot of people don't know that probably the most important thing in all golf since day one for the last 100 something years is the
Yep.
tee.
Is
And the
that
tee
T?
was
Yep.
invented by a black man, Dr.
Hmm.
George Grant,
Yes,
a
sir.
dentist, slash, I believe he was a lawyer at Yale University in the 1800s. And he invented the tee. And to this day, everybody uses a tee. You can't play golf without a tee. You know what I mean? So when you see that gold ball and you see that gold tee, that is like my Nike. That is my Apple. You know what I mean? That's my logo. That is when you see the gold ball and the gold tee, you think South Central Country Club, and the rich heritage of African Americans. Like I say, from Dr. George Grant all the way down to Tiger Woods becoming the GOAT. At South Central Country Club, we stay fly on and off the golf course.
South Central Country Club, y'all. Make sure y'all lock in. Make sure y'all. It's a brand name,
It's a
like
brand
Pepsi. It's a
name.
brand name.
I stand behind this. Hey, South
I
Central Country Club
guarantee
is
it.
selling like blue magic. Go to southcentralcountryclub.com.
There you go, man. And here's the other thing. It's reasonably priced, y'all. Okay, you don't have to go in there. You don't have to feel like you can that you got to break the bank.
I'm not
But there's
Gucci.
also
I'm not Louis Vuitton. I'm not
hello.
Fendi. I'm not Goyard. I get it because black folks. Black
Hmm.
folks, I know some brothers out there that won't pay their child support, but they will go buy a $2,200 pair of Louis Vuitton, sneakers. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that we are brainwashed like that. We will be sleeping on our mama couch with a Mercedes Benz on the front lawn and not
Man,
pay child support or pay rent or be behind on our taxes. We gotta fix that. You know what I mean? We gotta do better. But as far as South Central Country Club, hey man, you can be fly on and off the golf course for a reasonable price and still look fresh and fly.
and
And the most important thing, I want to say this, Chris, you don't have to be a golfer
that's
to
where I
rock
was going.
South Central Country Club. And I have a joke that comes along with that. Chris, everybody in your phone probably got a polo shirt, right?
Absolutely,
Almost every
absolutely.
black man we know got some Ralph Lauren or a polo, something, sweats, shirt, something in their closet, right? Do any of them ride horses?
Not at all. I ain't
Not at
never seen
all.
a
You
horse.
don't have to ride a horse to rock polo. It's the same thing with South Central Country Club. You ain't got to be a golfer to look fly and fresh. You feel me?
You ain't been in the boat and you wear this Nautica.
Thank you. We can keep going. So yeah, you get it, Chris.
Absolutely, man. But I love your brand. But
Thank
let's
you.
talk about a little bit how you got into golf. How did you get into golf?
I got into golf. What's so funny? The question I always get is, so when did you get in golf? I'm like, the year every black man in America got into golf,
Yes, sir.
97, the year Tiger won the Masters. It just happened to be our last episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So I was a writer on the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air
The
from
original.
93 to 97. Our last episode was in 97. And long story short, just one day, well, actually the last episode, between takes and cut, I look to my left, I'm talking to somebody, I turn back, and Will Smith has a sand wedge in his hand. And I'm like, where the hell did you get a golf club? I was like, black people don't play golf, right?
Right.
I had never even it didn't even cross my mind to play golf, right? And it just happened to be shout out to Shelly Jensen. Shelly Jensen was our
Mm,
director for that last episode. And white dude in his 60s, avid golfer. He got Will into golf. We didn't know that, right? So he had a sandwich. All I know is about a week or two later, Will got like his first house. In the backyard was a par three. Not a several holes, just one hole. I believe it was like 135 yards or
that's
something.
all I need.
All of us, the homies, we going by the brand new crib. And that same dude, me, a week ago said, man, black people don't play golf. I'm in the backyard. What do you call this thing? How- This is a seven? Okay. You hit it like this, hooked like cocaine. And the rest was history. That dude started my golf crack habit.
Listen, I tell my wife all the time, look, I'm on that narcotic, okay? This is narcotic. This is the only narcotic that I'm gonna be on, and this is golf.
In fact, I'm dropping. I don't know if I should say this because it's coming soon. I don't want nobody to take about it. I got a new T-shirt coming out. We always have fly different stuff, but my new T-shirt is "Golf is my side chick." My wife
Hey
knows.
man.
My whole
Hey,
family knows.
they
Outside of
know.
family first, my career, they all know. All three of my kids, they know what daddy loves. They know what daddy does. Golf. Oh, we're going to Hawaii. Great, I'm golfing. We're going to
Golfing.
Europe. Great, I'm golfing. We going to San Diego. Great, Daddy's gonna play golf. They know it. It's a requirement in my house. My kids are 10, 7, and 5. Everybody plays golf.
Let me ask you this. So, a couple of things.
Okay.
Every black man has a 1997 story.
Uh-huh.
I will also say every black man is going to have a 2000 story. Because in the year, I'm sorry, not 2000, but the year 2020. The year 2020 is when I got into golf. Everything was
You know what
shut
I call
down.
you guys?
What was that?
You know what I call you guys?
What?
You're a COVID golfer. Anybody,
Yes.
any black man that started in 2020, I call him a COVID golfer. Because basically, uh, the whole world was locked in, and golf was the first thing that hey, I could be outside on a new hobby, something to do. Dude, I know about, I'm not exaggerating. I know about 30 brothers. We're in 2025 now, right?
Yeah.
Honestly can say they've been golfing about 4 or 5 years now because they started during golfing during COVID because there was nothing else to do.
But you know what? Golf to an extent is a lot more safer than me going to go play basketball right now. I have
Oh
real
my God.
bills, okay? I have a mortgage. I have a kid. I can't afford to go out there and tear my Achilles.
Let the church say amen. Brother, you just hit it. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got homies that are 40 and older, go to LA Fitness and dive for a loose ball. They weren't even
On
about to dunk.
purpose.
They weren't about to shoot a three-pointer. All they did was run for a loose ball and rip 3 tendons in their knee and lose a tooth. Are you serious? I
No.
got a real job, like you said, a family, a mortgage. Them days are over.
Let me ask you this. You said that any trip you go on with the family, golf is going to be a separate thing. That's your time. What is it about golf that makes it so special for you?
It's therapeutic.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, it is therapeutic, man. And I'm speaking for a lot of brothers out there right now. It's already tough. Life is tough. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need an escape. Sometimes you need to hit that reset button. Sometimes it's like a phone. You got to recharge. You down on bars. You got to do something. And golf is a way to just like in my case, right? I pretty much golf in every city I perform in. So to give you a good idea, I probably performed in 28 cities this year doing stand-up comedy. If it ain't raining, if it ain't snowing, if the sun is out, I'm on the golf course. Oh, I'm performing in Memphis this week. Great, I'm on golf course today. I'm performing in Denver this week. Okay, I'm performing in Egypt this week. Okay, yeah, wherever I land, my clubs are on my back like underwear. It makes me forget about all the other stuff I got going on. And right now, it's just all about this. I got a show tonight, 5,000 people at the such and such theater. I got to perform and do what I do for an hour on stage. I'm not even thinking about that when I'm on the golf course. It was my way of, it's almost like it's our way of going to a spa. It's my
Yes,
way of getting a massage. Don't get me wrong. I'll still go to the spa. I'll still
for
get a
sure.
hell of a massage. We need that. But it's an incredible and amazing hobby that has allowed me to not only recharge, refresh, relax, it's also become a huge part of my business in my life. Some of the greatest
Yes.
relationships I've got, like I say all the time, my wife and people ask me, "How do you know all these stars? How do you know all these man? How did you end up meeting golf? When when would I be anywhere hanging with a billionaire for 5 hours and we have something in common?" Okay, I might have $10 in the bank. He may have 10 million in the bank. But for 4 hours, we're equal.
We're equals.
So he's gonna know about after 4 hours if he likes me, if he hates me, if he finds out I'm a liar, if he finds out I'm the coolest dude on the planet. In my case, the beautiful part about comedy, 99% of the time they end up loving me because they had such a great time. They laughed their asses off. We did nothing got personal. And he sees I can golf. So next thing you know, he's like, "Hey man, give me your number, man. We're playing tomorrow at such and such." This billionaire just said, "We're playing tomorrow. Can you join us? Oh, and by the way, I'm having a barbecue at the house." Like, really?
Now you invite me to your house?
Now you're invited. I just met this dude yesterday, but he had
Yes,
such a good time. He sees I can golf. He's like, he sees I'm a classy guy, I'm a cool guy. Because remember, it could go against you also.
you can.
There's a lot of us that play golf, and I play golf with somebody like I told my boy the other day, man, I don't care if I ever see this dude again in life. He's an asshole. I don't want to talk to him on the phone for 2 minutes. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a thief. Peace out. So it can play both ways.
Been there. Um, Give me some of your favorite people to play golf with.
Well, that's why I have a show coming soon. It's called Tea Time with Woods.
Can't wait for it.
Yeah, man, we're working on that right now. Basically, it's me going all over the world, playing golf and talking life with some of my superstar friends and counterparts, and just uh I can honestly say I've played with them all. I mean, I so many it's ridiculous. I mean, I've played golf from Wayne Gretzky to Will Smith, from Reggie Bush to Ray Allen, from John Lovitz to Mark Wahlberg. I mean, I could literally keep going on and on and on and on. And that's why, if you're just watching this right now and you be like, I had no idea, go to my Instagram. I'm
Yeah,
Inglewoods, because everybody
Inglewood.
knows I'm the ghetto Tiger Woods. They call me Inglewoods. And it's just, you'll just get kind of like a window into my life and how much I love the game and how it just bridges gaps, man.
It
It just
does.
put me in circles, in places I would have never been if it hadn't have been for golf. Yeah, I'm an entertainer, and yes, that holds weight in its own. I hold my weight in the entertainment world also, but golf just took it to a whole nother level.
When it comes to the sport of golf, you said that it's therapeutic. Um, when you go to play golf, is it more so just for fun, or is it competition, or what's your daily vibe when you go golfing?
Great question. It just depends on who I'm playing with that day.
There you go.
When I play with some real shit talkers that are betting and we're
Oh
going
yeah,
for skins and this and that kind of stuff, ain't
it's
no
a
joke.
different game.
I'm not videotaping. I'm not trying to be silly now. Damn it. I got to show these dudes and prove to them that I could really play golf because people get it twisted. They want to think just because you're a comedian, you're all silly and jokes. No, I'm like the Black Bob Hope. I'm like
Listen,
the Black Bill Murray. These are guys that, yeah, the world know they're funny and they're famous from being funny, but every once in a while we got to show, oh no, 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 don't get it twisted. I really play golf. And then there's those times where not a penny comes out of my pocket. I'm here today to network, smoke a cigar, have some drinks, and enjoy this game. No rush, and just chill.
and
It
just chill.
literally depends on who I'm playing with. Sometimes it's strictly business. I knew ahead of time before I even pulled up in the parking lot, I'm playing with this CEO today. I'm playing with this guy that runs a Fortune 500 company. So that's when I'm on some. The last thing we're talking about is money. I'm not trying to bet him. I'm not trying to beat him. No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to show him I'm a great guy. I love golf. You're going to have fun with me, and let's do some business together.
Do you find yourself as a black man fighting within yourself while being authentically you? Do you feel like you can be your authentic self on the golf course?
Well, that's where comedy comes into play. That's the
Hmm.
beautiful thing. Comedy breaks down barriers, comedy breaks the ice. And I've always been the type of comedian, and you could look at fucking 35 years of jokes. I've always been that dude to go down the middle. So, like when I'm with John Lovitz, one of my best friends in the world, my kids call him Uncle John, and you could actually see him in the new Happy Gilmore movie. He's Adam Sandler's one of his best friends.
Right.
He's as white as it gets. And I open up for John. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't even like my black people, a lot of them don't even know that I go to some of the whitest cities on the planet.
And
There's
cook
times,
like clams.
brother, I'm talking liquid paper white. I'm
Yeah.
talking there's nights when he will sell out. We'll be somewhere in Kentucky. We'll be in Loveland, Colorado, some place I ain't never been. And there's only two people in the state There's only two people in the whole arena, and it's me and the head of security. We're the only two black people in the building.
The security.
Right. But I go up before him, open up, and rip them folks to pieces, dying laughing. Like I'm talking the youngest dude in this room of this sold out 500 seater is a 48-year-old white guy that knows nothing about hip hop, that's not hip to anything fresh and fly, right? But I have the type of jokes that I can go into that super white room and kill them. So for me, usually when I'm playing golf, I'm the only black guy out there. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm on the road, when I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, when I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, when I'm in Tacoma, Washington, like literally, like I'm not exaggerating to you at all.
No, I
Literally
believe it.
everywhere I go, I play golf, and 9 times out of 10, I'm the only black person there that day, that morning, blah, blah, blah. And I get along just great. They understand me. I enunciate. I'm not using the word nigga. I'm not no thug, but guess what? I speak Niggalish as a second language. You could
There
put
you
me
go.
with 4 killers, 3 gangsters, and some dope dealers, and I can holler at them too. You can't ever be mad at a man that can speak different languages. You understand me? So I don't knock anybody. But that just went back to your question. The answer to your question is I could be in the whitest situation and feel extremely comfortable and be myself,
And being
not
yourself.
change at all. And they love it. Because I'm just going to be real with you. Inside every white man on the planet, there's a little black guy in there. They just wish they were cool. I've been around white dudes that are billionaires, don't not an ounce of cool, but in their hearts, they would love to be cool. God, I wish I could be like that. You know what I mean? We wish we had they wallets. They wish they had our swag and our vibe.
That right there, that sums it up altogether.
And that's a
Because
soundbite
again, there you go.
to get people to watch this episode.
There you go. Let me touch on your comedy just a little bit. Give me your favorite, one of the most memorable sets that you had. What happened and what made it so special?
I'm be honest with you. That one's a hard one because I'm not exaggerating when I say 35 years, over a billion jokes told.
Yeah,
McDonald's over a billion. What is it at McDonald's over a
over a
billion?
billion served.
Huh?
Over a billion served.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't even tell you what set it was and what I talked about on stage that night. I just remember certain nights, certain places I was, certain who I opened up for and why it was huge. And one of the biggest ones was me opening up for Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's
No
dope.
matter, yeah, like no matter what people say, no matter what unfortunately happened in his life, he's still one of the goats,
Yeah.
one of the greatest to ever do it, and never in a billion years would I have thought I'd be opening up for Bill Cosby. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things where you go, wow, if this ain't a moment of I've made it, I I have now, like, can't nobody tell me nothing. You know, damn all the haters. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on this stage in front of 5,000 people at the Lincoln Center in New York City with a goat if I'm not at that level. You get what I'm saying? And this was like, I think I want to say 2002 or 3, 2002. We had just got off the Up and Smoke tour. A lot of people that, if you know hip hop and you love hip hop, Up and Smoke tours,
Dr. Dre.
one of the biggest tours in hip hop history. It's crazy how things still come back to golf. That's crazy. As I'm thinking about telling you, if it hadn't have been for golf, now that I think about it, if it
Man,
hadn't have been for golf, I wouldn't have got the gig with Bill Cosby. It just like a light went on in my head. So
man.
try to make a long story short, man. I'm gonna try my best, okay?
You got it.
Up and Smoke tour, 2001, 2002. Biggest tour in hip hop history at that time. 39 cities, every arena in America sold out. Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop, Ice Cube, Warren G.
Exhibit.
This brand new kid named Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. Dr. Dre called me, said, I want to do something that ain't never been done before. I want a comedian to host a rap tour. I mean, just so you know, at that time, I would say the most people I'd ever been up in front of as a comedian on a stage with a mic in my hand, like a theater, maybe like 2,000, 2,500 seats, opening up for people like Jamie Foxx and Damon Wayans and, Martin Lawrence, like big names at that time. Never had I been in front of 30,000 people every
Man,
night.
every
So
night.
long story short, because that's a whole nother story, I hosted that tour. And it just happened to be all the production people. This is how big this was. All the production people that set up arenas, people that set up the stages, people that set up the sound and all the stuff behind the scene to do some real rock star shit were all white guys. White white guys that did that same thing for the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, Billy Joel,
So they know
Bruce
what to do.
Springsteen. Like literally, this was the first rock star style stadium tour,
Yes.
right? Man, we did 49 cities. I want to say maybe the 22nd city. We're 22 cities in. We're in Boston. During the middle of the day, I just happened to be coming home from a golf course. Not coming home. Coming like Dr. Dre and Snoop, and they used to tease me all the time because, like, damn, you really bring them motherfucking golf clubs every city we go to? I'm like, hell yeah. While y'all are in the studio smoking weed, hanging out with the chicks all day, every city we went to in America on the Up and Smoke tour, I was on a golf course. Like this is
Man.
2002. It's way before
Yeah.
social media influencers, before Facebook. No, I was just a dude that loved the game, knew I was about to go on it, and I was like, dude, I'm about to go to cities I've never been to in my life. I'm bringing these golf clubs. And that's what, 97, 98, 99, 2000. I was, what, 5 years in the game, 6 years in the game at that time. And one day, I'm walking. I think I got out of taxi because it was before Ubers. Because every city
Yeah.
I would go to, I would get a taxi,
Gotta get the
find out
taxi.
where the closest course is, close to our hotel. And man, like five of the white guys that have been doing this for 30 years
Are
saw
there
me
in
with
court.
golf clubs walking into the hotel and they just were out there smoking cigarettes and they're like, hold up, Alex Thomas, you play golf?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, yeah, they like, we see you every single night. Remember, they're there every city we go to.
Every city.
They're like, you don't ever talk about golf on stage. I was like, it's called the Up in Smoke Tour. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Crips, Bloods, gangbangers, bitches, weed, whores, alcohol.
Recognize the
Oh,
audience.
yes, that's the last thing I'm talking about in this audience.
Right.
These white guys were like, you play golf? I was like, yeah. They go,
Yeah.
we play golf. I was like, oh, I figured that. You're white. You play golf. He goes, we've been playing this whole tour. We never connected. We never talked. They wouldn't have thought I played golf. They see me on stage sea walking. They don't,
Yeah.
last
They
thing they're
don't know.
thinking is golf, right? And they go, well, I think I want to say, I want to say this all happened in Boston. But like the next night we were in Baltimore. And they're like, that's what we
Come with
do
us.
during the day and before show nights. We're playing tomorrow morning. You want to join us? Absolutely. I'm mad. I already played 22 cities and didn't know the guys that I work with every night were going to play golf. Long story
Because
short, huh?
because here's the thing with just that portion there. You're probably going to some public courses, just some basic courses.
Exactly.
Their access is different.
Exactly. And to back you up on what you said, how about the next day? I went from a public course the next day to like a PGA US Open course that next day. I believe it was like Baltusrol or some place that like Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer won
Someplace where
PGAs in the past.
someplace where the grass is actually green. They don't have the
Brother,
patches.
brother, cart girls come. I mean, I was new to the game. I didn't know nothing
Yeah.
about this shit. I'm going out and we got caddies, and I was like, what the hell? It's almost like if you knew better, you do better. You know,
Man.
I've been in
Yeah.
cars, but I ain't been in no Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti before. You know what I mean? At that time. So long story short, man, I'm out there playing with them. They see I can play. And in the midst of us playing, now they finally got to get to know me, not the dude they would see on stage every night
They
in
know
front
Apple.
of 30,000 people talking about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You get what I'm saying? So now they saw a different side of me. The first thing that came out of their mouth is, wow, you can be clean? And I was like, absolutely. Because on the golf course, I was still being me, but I wasn't the nigga they see on stage with Dr. Dre and Snoop every night.
You want 10, you was about 7, about
Yeah, yeah,
6.
yeah. They just saw me just being the regular dude that I am, speaking their language. They saw I can play golf. They were like, wow, you can be clean. I was like, wonder what made them say I can be clean. And I really said, I was like, what made y'all think I couldn't? He goes, because what we see every night, we didn't think. And I said, what was your reason for asking that? And that's where it came up. He goes, wow, well, right when we finish this Up in Smoke tour, we're scheduled to do Bill Cosby's tour. And I know that they were talking about looking for a community. They want somebody black, but they want somebody that can be clean. And see, at that time, you got to understand, man, when Def Comedy Jam was huge and Comic View was huge, and nothing against those dudes, because I know them all. Shout out to all the Def Comedy Jam, Comic View dudes. A lot of black comics could not kill
Yeah.
without cussing,
Yeah.
right? Some of them can, but a majority of them couldn't. And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I know the lady that's running his tour. They're looking for a young black comedian. And would that be something you think you might entertain? I was like, and soon
Hi,
as
I'm young black
as,
comedian.
right, right. As soon as they said you could be clean, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I absolutely would love to open up for Bill Cosby. Man, long story short, about a month and a half later, here I am. I just had to give you the backstory. I'm
I got it.
opening up for Bill Cosby at the Lincoln Center in New York. But the bottom line, what sparked it all?
Golf.
Just an example. Just an example of how golf turned into a gig for me. And a
Yes.
story I could tell my great grandkids. And a picture of me and Bill Cosby backstage. You know what I mean? It's just golf, man. I know it was a long, short story, but I had to tell you that
It's
to
context
give you the
involved with that.
picture that I'm not
Yeah.
making that up. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. As black men, we don't get a chance to really smell our own roses. We don't smell our own flowers. We don't sit back and think about all the great things that we did or that we've
Mhm.
done.
Right.
You've been in this industry 30 years plus. What do you think about being relevant? Those each decade, there's something that you've done. Even just recently, you sent me the Netflix special, the Netflix movie.
My
My
animated
son
series.
watches that.
My animated series.
Yeah, the animated series. My son watches that.
Hotel Magic. You had no idea it was me, huh?
I knew it was you, but I didn't know it was you.
Right, right. Well, you know what it
So
is? I have a whole joke that I do about how black folks don't read credits.
yeah,
You know, and I have a whole scenario I talk about. I said, but white people read credits. It's not a bad thing. It's just the truth, right?
yeah,
Just the truth. I will be standing next to a brother that I've known for 30 years. The homie. He can be standing right next to me. And let's say we're at Whole Foods or something, right? And a white guy will come up to me like, wait a second, Alex Thomas. I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, can I just tell you, I love you on Family Guy. Oh, the Black Dolphins. It's hilarious. But I'm sorry. Finish your salad. I just had to let you know that. And he walks away, right?
yeah.
A homie, been knowing me 30 years. Grew up on the same block. Nigga, you on Family Guy? You talking about the cartoon shit? Niggas don't read credits. Simple as
Don't.
that. Because remember, animation, you don't see my face.
Right.
But black folks tend to be like, you don't see me. But the black people that do know, they would be like, oh yeah, I've heard your voices so many years on that show and da 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 da. But hey, and then black people go, and then the other joke is people go, you on Family Guy? Who are you? And I'm like, the black guy.
The black guy. Take a guess.
Yeah, shout out to Seth MacFarlane, who's always looked out for me. 15 years, one of the biggest cartoons of all time. I always let people know straight up. I wasn't a regular. I wasn't on it every week. I was what was called recurring. So, like, if Family
Right.
Guy did 300 episodes, I've only been on like 30 or 40 of them. You know what I mean? I ain't on it every week, but
Yeah.
he always kept me working. And from Family Guy, that's how I got Motown Magic. And I'm super proud of Motown Magic because it's us. It's the whole history of Motown. You know, Smokey Robinson is an executive producer on it. And, a lot of people don't know that the two biggest music catalogs in music history, the Beatles and Motown.
Yep.
So if anybody
Absolutely.
out there that got kids, black kids, 1 to 10 years old, right now as we speak, it's super educational. If you're
Very.
if you're over 40, you know every Motown song. But take my kids, they're 10, 7, 5. They know every single Motown song now because every single
Passing
episode
it down.
is a Motown song. And the
Passing it down.
animation is incredible. So if there's anybody watching us right now and you didn't know, that's me, the red convertible 1965 Cadillac in every episode. My character name is Jimmy Mack. Check it out.
And you know what's funny? It's funny that you mention that because usually when I'm doing something like that, when I have it on, it's on so I can do something else while my kid is occupied. So it's been background noise for me. Like I hear the music, it's been like, okay, cool. Saying they played the Michael Jackson song, the
you know
Jackson
that's
Five.
our theme song. ABC. It's
That's the
easy as
one.
1, 2, 3.
ABC.
Yeah, that's the theme song for the entire show.
Yep.
And when they
So
go on, we're 52 episodes, 52 in right now.
man, crazy. So just hearing that is and knowing that it's your voice now is like, duh, Chris, you should have known. But
But I'll change it. When I talk like this. I'm Jimmy Mack. That character was inspired by Little Richard. Rest in peace. One of the
that
greatest of
makes
all time.
sense.
The real originator of rock and roll.
The real
Google it for the people that don't know. They say Elvis,
architect.
the architect. So people that think Elvis started, ask Elvis, rest in peace, who he looked up to.
Neither here nor there. Did
Little
you ever
Richard.
see Little Richard at the Grammys when he was given the award for Best Rock? And he said, y'all ain't never gave me nothing.
Right. Right. I like to thank
Man,
me. Shut
man.
up. Hush.
Little Richard is an icon.
He was
Let
a
me
character, man. He inspired that whole Liberace thing. He inspired. I mean, it's just crazy when you see his cadence. I mean, I'm just a historian. I'm not just history. I really love Black history. Like I
mhm,
was a kid and I loved Black history. And as you get older, you see how it can make you angry. You see how it can make you upset. You see how they left us off, took us off, erased our just everything. But you really appreciate what we
really
did for
appreciate
the
it.
culture and this world, man. Like when you think rock and roll, man, when you hear his old music, you see it was the same. It's almost like the equivalent of today if a producer, if I don't know, let's say somebody that we really are, how Dr. Dre's sound. You didn't
Yes,
even got to be lyrics. You could throw on a beat and say, that sound
you
like a
know it.
Dre beat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or you like if this is for the real hip hop heads. You throw in a beat, you be like, that's a Dilla beat right there. Like Tribe Called
Mm,
Quest from NWA to LL Cool J. You just premiere like I'm a real hip hop head, so you just know certain sounds. Imagine how that was in the 50s, in the 40s, and the 30s, where whenever Elvis first heard him, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to steal his cadence, his sound. They already don't like black people. Let me flip it into my world and blow the hell up." And next thing you know, he's known as the king of rock and roll. No, but that's
please.
another episode. Also, sorry about that.
All good, man.
I know
You good.
that's the Kanye in me, just starting ranting out of nowhere.
Hey, you you can offend Elvis fans. That's fine. Let me shift into a segment here. I call this 3 on 3. These are 3 questions. You give me your top 3 answers. As the young kids say, I listen and I don't judge. Give me 3 of your favorite golfers. This could be pro. This could be people that you golf with. Just 3 of your favorite golfers.
Tiger Woods #1.
Hmm.
Uh, I really, really like DeChambeau. because he's just the new generation. Just go out there and grip it and rip it. And I really like Scotty Scheffler. Right now, those are my three. Tiger's going to always be in there no matter what. And then there's different versions of that question because again, you're talking to a. I remember I told you I love history. So if you gave me 10, if you gave me five, I couldn't leave Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer out because I'm that dude that really studied their games and watched videos of them playing before I was even born. That's how much I really love the
Oh,
game. Like for real, for real. But
yeah, you tapped in.
oh yeah, I'm tapped in, beyond tapped in. But as far as today, Tiger's always going to be in there. And as the world knows, the number one right now guy in the world, Scotty Scheffler,
Not even.
who is his GOAT? Whose shoes does he wear? Whose irons does he hit? Tiger Woods.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, here's a tough one. Give me three of your favorite golf courses that you've played.
That's easy.
I
First
thought it was
things
going to be tough.
first things first, the home of golf, where it all started. I've been very fortunate to play it 2 times. St. Andrews, Scotland. That's
Man.
number one. Number two, Pebble Beach, another
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
most famous golf courses in the world. And what a lot of people don't know about Pebble, and this shows you I know it. Pebble's actually not the only course up there, and it's not the toughest. There's others. There's Poppy up there. There's Cyprus. There's, you know what I mean. There's Spanish. There's, you know what I mean. There's different courses.
There's, there's levels to this.
There's levels to this. Right, 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 right. So but yeah, Pebble Beach. And third, I want to say this is the bougie part of me. It's called Shadow Creek. Shadow Creek is the $1 billion course, Bill Gates course, Steve Wynn's course in Las Vegas. And it was huge for me to play there because I got to go in there. You'll find it on my Instagram. Everybody wants to browse through I'm Woods. Everybody, there's like 6 or 7 presidents' lockers are in there, from Michael Jordan to Tiger Woods to Bill Gates to everybody. Like it's one of those filthy beyond, like, I mean, you feel like they don't mow the lawn, they vacuum it. Like
Right.
it's one of those most beautiful, pristine
Christine.
courses. Yeah, it's just $1 billion course that I was fortunate to play a couple times with friends. I ain't a member there, but I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be in Vegas in a couple of weeks. I probably won't be at that course, but I'll find somewhere to play for
Maybe you
sure.
can just remember the
Um,
name and drive by the gates and take a picture by the front gates. It's called Shadow Creek.
Shadow Creek.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll end out on this one. Give me three of your favorite comedians.
Oh, that's easy too. Three of my favorite characters. Richard Pryor, number one, the GOAT, all time. Number two, Eddie Murphy. I mean, just talking about my personal, you know what I mean? My personal, my third was Red Fox.
Ooh, a sleeper.
I'm
Sleeper.
unapologetically black.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
that's the same thing I just said a minute ago about golf. If we went further, it wasn't like I thought only black people were funny, because I also love George Carlin. For the youngsters that don't
Icon.
know, go Google him
Icon.
and you'll see why he was one of the funniest dudes on the planet, but he was too real for TV. He was white in the 60s and 70s, and the reason he didn't get TV shows and a lot of movies because he was too real. You know what I
Too
mean?
real.
But I
Yeah.
also love Jerry Seinfeld. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Jerry was absolutely hilarious too. I could go down the line, but yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. You have some upcoming things in the works. Let me know what you got coming up. I know you got some tour dates coming up. What you got going on?
I
Good.
got Birmingham, Alabama is coming up. Big show, which is August 29th. Anybody in Alabama watching this, with two of my good friends, nephew Tommy, and also
There you
with
go.
my boy Bill Bellamy. We're gonna turn up out there in Alabama. So if you in Alabama, if you in Birmingham, it's at the Boutwell Auditorium. And get your tickets, etix.com, etix.com. And then also, I am in Fort Worth, Texas, with the
Yep.
legendary DJ Spinderella. Yes, from y'all remember Spinderella from Salt and Pepper. She's really cool. Her and her husband Q are putting on a comedy show down there in Texas, and I'm the headliner on that. So make sure Go to Spinderella's Instagram and get some tickets. Come see us live.
Live, lights, camera, action. You
Absolutely. 'Cause
mentioned
people, they see me being silly on Instagram, and or they may remember me from TV shows and movies. It's crazy. There's some people that you didn't know that stand up was where it all started for me. You know what I mean? So,
and you have a stand-up special.
oh man, several over the years. Straight
There you go.
clowning. My next one's going to be called True Hollywood Stories. Alex Thomas, True Hollywood Stories. Because one thing I recognize and I realize, Chris, after 30 years of doing stand up, I'm like, damn, I don't have any more jokes. All I have is stories, like true Hollywood stories. And sometimes close friends of mine, they would be like, dude, your stories are incredible. You need to start telling more stories. And it dawned on me, like, for real. I'm like, you know what? You're right. My stories is just comedy in themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Exactly.
Chris, that's one of the things that I always, it's one of the number one questions I get everywhere I go in the world. How do you come up with material? Comedians come up with
It's
material.
just
I
life,
mean,
man.
whether I'm on in the line at the grocery store, I'm in the airport. How do we come up with material? And it's real simple for me, and it's travel. I travel so much, man. Everywhere I go, jokes just fall into my lap, brother. Everywhere I go, I end up talking about it. And next thing I know, it's just more and more material. Like,
Now you can build from it.
yeah, like a couple months ago, I was in Killeen, Texas. You ever heard of Killeen, Texas?
I've heard of Colleen.
Killeen, Texas.
Colleen with
And
a K, right?
what'd you say?
Colleen with a K, right?
Exact
Yep.
Killeen. And
Yep.
my first time ever being there, and it's just known for two things. It's the world's biggest military base, right? It's in this small town. It's basically the entire town in Texas is the military base. It's like a city within a city. And it's also known for the number one city in America for STDs.
The jokes write themselves.
Just fell in the up, man. I landed in the airport and I saw the biggest billboard I have ever seen in my life. And it just said, Herpes welcomes you to Killeen, Texas.
Oh,
I put on a condom in baggage claim. Chris, I kept it on for 2 days. I didn't take it off till I left
listen,
Killeen. I
listen.
was scared. I didn't know if STDs was in the air. I didn't know what it was.
You got to put the COVID mask back on.
Right.
You mentioned Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
Were you on the set of Any Given Sunday when the
No,
big fight
I
happened?
was not. I
Okay.
heard those stories like everybody else. But I was real
Okay.
close to Jamie, so I heard the stories before they even hit the stage. You know what I mean? But I
Man,
wasn't in that movie. I wasn't a part of it, but I heard all the stories of crazy stuff. Bill is an incredible storyteller also, dude.
for
And
sure.
he
For
stood the
sure.
test of time also. It's tough to stay relevant. You know what I mean? There's been a few of us that can honestly say we went, 3 decades of staying fresh, fly, and relevant. A whole lot of dudes, without naming names, that I started out with, ain't got nothing
Ain't
else
around no
to
more.
say. Ain't around no more. They got nothing else to say. They tapped out. Thank God that he kept my ears to the street. And hey, I could speak to my generation. I could speak to the people older than me. And I got the youngsters that love me because I stay fresh, fly, and relevant. You know what I mean?
On and off the course.
On and off. I could talk from Lil Kim to Sexy Red, bro. I
Man.
could talk from Cool Mo D all the way down to Kodak Black, whatever you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that, ladies and gentlemen, in the stand-up comedy world, that's called a callback. How we said something in the beginning, bring it all the way back. I love stand-up. I can't do no
hard.
stand-up,
Hey, I got to give it up for
but I love
you
it.
for knowing that. That you did your
Absolutely.
comedy homework, brother.
Man, I love stand-up comedy. It's I enjoy what you all do, the creativity, how you all come up with the jokes, how the delivery is, because sometimes it's not even the joke, it's the delivery.
Absolutely.
Um, it's
Sometimes
the
it's personality.
mannerisms,
Sometimes I'll get a big
all of it.
laugh. Sometimes I'll get a big laugh on what I'm doing physically or something in my
Yes,
face. Yeah, verbs and talking and that's a part of it. That may be the setup. But the punchline may be when I fell on the floor and did my knee, like, you know what I mean? It's a lot
it's
to the
all
game,
of
but
it,
comedy, like
all
I
of
have a saying for what you just said. Laughter is healing.
it. Man, it
And in
it
this
really
day and
is.
age, man, people need to laugh from being so damn angry and upset all the time. You know what I mean? That just causes stress.
Alex, I want to give you the stage right now. Any shout out to anybody that you want, give flowers to anybody, and where can people find you?
Well, first of all, they can find me at Funny Man Alex Thomas. That's my number one IG. My other IG is I'm Inglewood. So you make sure you put all this up with it. I
Yes,
am
sir. I got you.
INGLEWOODS. I'm Inglewoods, not I am. It's I'm Inglewoods.
I'm.
Yeah, I'm Inglewoods. And then the clothing line. There you go. South Central Country Club.
You can see it right here.
The website southcentralcountryclub.com. And on Instagram is just I'm sorry, to South Central Country Club. And I just want to thank you for having me. This was fun. Like I said, I appreciate you reaching out, brother. A closed mouth and never get fed. All we can do is let's see what it do.
Let's
Somebody
see
gonna
what it do.
find out about me. They gonna find out about you.
Yep.
You
Hey,
feel me?
next time you're in Memphis, I owe you a dinner and a drink.
Absolutely, brother. When you
I
come
will
to
take
LA,
care.
look me up. And when I come to Atlanta, I'll be in Atlanta. You in Atlanta? You in Atlanta right now?
I can get to Atlanta.
Oh, that's
Atlanta
right.
is
You're in
home.
Memphis. Yeah. I'm in Atlanta in a couple months. I'll post it on my Instagram. But I'm
And you're
definitely
not that far from Birmingham. Birmingham is 3 hours from me.
there. You go. I think I'll be in Atlanta performing in September, late September.
Okay.
I'll get the dates.
I actually should be there in around that time.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
definitely.
It's the
I'll make sure
Atlanta
I tap in, make sure I lock in with you.
Absolute Atlanta Comedy Club. Yep.
Stand up.
Yep.
Stand up.
Absolutely, brother.
Iconic club.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's been more insight. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. Make sure y'all hit up Alex Thomas, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you lock in. South Central Country Club. I'm Inglewoods. Funny man Alex Thomas.
And
All
the hashtag is the funny don't stop. Say it with me
the funny don't stop.
one more time
The funny don't stop.
for the people in the back.
The funny don't stop.
I'm out of here, y'all.